What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to taste Pilsner Urquell from the bottle and the can, distributed to the United States, and in the can, purchased directly from the brewery in the Czech Republic. Let's have some fun. The crew here at Treehouse, we sent 5 team members to learn about the beer culture in the Czech Republic and to learn a very special talent, which we'll talk about in a future video. I need you to get subscribed to the channel to make sure that you don't miss it. What I have in front of me here today is a bottle of Pilsner Urquell, which we bought here in the United States, right down the road in Charlton, Mass. We have a can of the same beer, bought at the same place, right down the road here in America. And finally, the crew from Treehouse returned with proper cans directly from the brewery. I am extremely excited to taste this. The purpose of this video is to try these 3 and see A, how bottle versus can works out in this circumstance, and B, see how distribution to America works out, considering this guy was shipped all the way across the pond and this guy was purchased fresh. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's never a bad sound, is it? Nice looking bottle cap. Pilsen. All right. We have a nice hearty pour. Look at that. Beautiful color. So if you guys haven't seen the other video where we compared Pilsners to each other, we'll link that down below. But in that particular video, this Pilsner Urquell did not perform particularly well, I think as a function of the fact that it was in the bottle and it had traveled a fair amount. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice nose. It strikes me as a bit cleaner as that example that we tried in the bottle previously. Spicy sauce hops, a little bit of sweet malt character in the background. I'm not getting that small diacetyl note, which if you're unfamiliar with diacetyl, diacetyl is a buttery note. I had gotten that when I tried this beer the last time on the channel, and on the nose right now, especially cold, I'm not smelling it. All right, so yeah, that's a bit harsh. That's a bit not fresh tasting. There's a lot of malt coming forward. I'm getting a little bit of that cardboard note in there. Now that I'm tasting it, it's warming up a little bit. That minor buttery diacetyl note's coming up. The bitterness is a little bit harsh. This is a fine, palatable beer. If I got it at a restaurant, I'd be happy with it. It's perfectly reasonable. But as I taste it here with a critical eye, it does show some flaw, perhaps as a function of its distribution and packaging within a bottle. Now let's see what happens with the can, which was distributed much the same way within a different vessel. Man, these are beautiful, beautiful cans. Kudos to the designers and the people that have the pride to put a can such as this together. Beautiful gold lid, green tab on there with the little logo. Really nice. Oh, wow. Wow. Different right off the bat. Holy cow. I'm picking up a color difference as well. Oh yeah. It's subtle, but it's there. This guy, I'm not sure if it'll appear on camera, but this most recent pour might be a hint lighter than the guy to my right. Fresher tasting. Really bright, spicy, noble hop character. Clean, crisp malts on the backbone. I have to be honest, that tastes about the same as the bottle. I'm getting, it's pretty buttery, maybe more so than the bottle. I think I'm picking up a fair amount more diacetyl in the flavor profile of this guy than the bottle. So in this particular instance, I did not find the can to be better than the bottle. In fact, the can in this instance might be slightly worse. Let's now move on to the one that I'm most excited about. This can was purchased at the brewery just a couple of days ago. So for all intents and purposes, this guy's probably a week to 2 weeks old. Go in. Yeah, I mean, color is uniformly similar. The can still appears a touch lighter. Clarity is beautiful. You know, see-through, perfectly clear beer. Nice creamy head. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Just a general brightness, of freshness. There's nothing like buying a beer at its point of origin. It's always gonna be better. Distance and travel will always, you know, whether it's temperature or time or vessel or treatment, you know, having a beer at the source or close to the source is always gonna be better than if it travels. That aroma is really nice. Those saws come across as fresh and pungent, as though you were rubbing those hops directly in the field, much more so than these guys. These have that kind of stale, cardboardy characteristic, whereas this guy is spicy and floral and vibrant. Beautiful. That mild diacetyl note is there, but it's enveloped in this clean, crisp malt character. You know, really bright hop characteristics. Firm bitterness on the finish, just enticing your next sip. This beer is legendary and one of a kind for a reason. And this particular can sourced at the brewery direct is a beautiful example of that. What a treat in comparison to these other two. All right, guys, so this is a fun one, a quick one. I feel it a substantial privilege to get to try this beer so close to the source and so fresh. I will say that, you know, these examples that are distributed to the States do pay, you know, they do represent this flavor profile to a point. The fresher you can get this guy in the can or the bottle here in the States, I think the better off you'll be. But if you have the opportunity to travel to Pilsen and get this guy, you know, fresh from the mothership per se, I think you're in for a real treat. We got a ton of future content planned, guys. We're leaving for New Zealand here in the next couple of days. Get subscribed to the channel and let us hear your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching.